Hey friends, it's Scott from SB Consulting. We're getting ready to do our presentation for Lawyer's Title in Las Vegas in a couple of days, and just going through some of our content and something that's prescient right now is sort of the market shift. It's May of 2022, and we're talking about this market shift that everyone's sort of anticipating and starting to feel now that mortgage rates have gone up and there's some consumer confidence is dropping, et cetera, all the economic indicators around not just the economy itself, but how that affects real estate. And of course, in talking to real estate agents and their online brand, the big thing that happens for any small business, and each realtor is their own business, of course, is where they spend their money, right? Where do they put their focus in terms of lead gen and marketing and et cetera. Um, and the one thing that remains a constant in real estate when it comes to marketing is online brand. And especially as the market shifts, online brand is never more important. We talked about this a few years ago when the pandemic started. It was a similar scenario where realtors were thinking, oh gosh, there's a big market change about to happen. Maybe I should cut costs, cut marketing costs. The last place you want to take your eye off the ball is your brand, your online brand. And I'm not talking about it from the creative, I'm talking about it from the technical side. What shows up when someone's been referred to you? During the pandemic, if you couldn't get belly to belly with your potential customers, if you couldn't get face to face by door knocking or BNI meetings or lunch meetings or anything, what else do you have than your online brand? And similarly, as the pandemic starts to lift, the mandatory quarantine and the mandates are lifted, but the market is now shifting, the online brand will never be more important. If you're going to sell your property and someone refers, if I'm going to sell my house and someone refers me to a realtor, I'm going to Google that realtor's name. I'm not going to just call them. Nobody does that anymore, right? And as the market shifts, no matter what's going to happen, if it's going to be a dip, which I think it is likely going to be a dip, or a crash, which some people are expecting, no matter what it is, no one is going to list their property with somebody just by a simple referral, or just by receiving a mailer on their doorstep, or seeing a digital ad, or seeing a sign on lawns. They're going to Google search every one of those people first. And the best of that realtor should show up when people look for them. So something that we're going to be mentioning in our presentation in Las Vegas in a couple of days is just talking about that, talking about what's likely to come in that market shift, but why the brand is never more important than it is right now. Okay, that's it. Thanks so much.